This is probably the worst babysitter of all time. This teenage girl was a babysitter, and while she was babysitting, she killed 6 people, including 5 babies. Christine here was born Christine Slaughter. Yeah, her last name was literally Slaughter. She was born in Florida. This entire case takes place in Florida. When Christine's mother gave birth to her, she was only 16 years old, and her father was 65 years old. And even crazier, Christine was their second daughter, meaning that this man in his 60s first got this girl pregnant when she was like 13, 14 years old. It's just foul. Christine's father was very violent. Her mother was very neglectful. Her mother would just get up and leave for months at a time, and sometimes she would even come back pregnant. It just overall was not a good home life. And then when Christine was 4 years old, her and her older sister were put up for adoption, and they were adopted by the Falling family, making Christine Falling. And this was arguably an even worse situation. The Falling father was very abusive, like physically, emotionally, and he even began to SA Christine and her older sister. Girls would run away, they would try to report the abuse, but nothing would ever happen. So at some point, Christine and her older sister were put in a group foster home, and Christine said that this was actually the happiest time in her entire life, but the adults that knew her and were taking care of her said that that was not the case. Christine was a very troubled young girl, and she was showing some very disturbing behaviors and signs. She was stealing, she was lying, she was violent towards the other children, and I'm about to talk about animals really quick. As a child, Christine began killing animals. Like, she would find stray cats in the neighborhood and then she would drop them from the top of very high buildings to test their 9 lives. Christine and her sister were only at the foster home for about a year before being sent back to their adoptive parents, the Fallings. During my research, I saw a lot of sources that said that Christine was developmentally stunted. Many sources actually said that Christine mentally was about 12 years old or younger, and she was bullied a lot. When Christine was 14 years old, she got married, but the marriage only lasted a few weeks before they got a divorce because apparently he was very abusive, and then one time she bashed him over the head, and that's why he divorced her. This girl really just had no childhood. By the time that Christine was 17 years old, she was well known in the community for being the neighborhood babysitter. She was very well trusted, and she babysat for a lot of families. And then one day in February of 1980, Christine was babysitting the 2-year-old Cassidy Johnson. While Christine was babysitting Cassidy, she took the baby to the hospital, claiming that she fell out of the crib. Cassidy died in the hospital a few days later. Her cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma to her skull, injuries not consistent with falling out of your crib, but her death was not investigated. A few weeks later, Christine was babysitting the 4-year-old Jeffrey Davis when she called 911 because he suddenly stopped breathing. His cause of death was listed as natural causes because there was some flu or virus going around at the time. A few days later, the aunt and uncle of 4-year-old Jeffrey were going to his funeral when they hired Christine to babysit their 2-year-old son, Joseph Spring, which was Jeffrey's cousin. According to Christine, while she was babysitting the 2-year-old Joseph, she put him down for a nap, and during his nap, he suddenly stopped breathing. He also tragically passed away, and it was determined that he also died from this virus going around that also took his cousin. Another month goes by, and Christine is babysitting the 3-year-old Kyle Summerlin. He also gets sick while Christine is babysitting him. He is rushed to the hospital, but he luckily survived. Another year goes by. Christine is babysitting a 3-year-old boy named Charles and a 14-month-old baby boy named Jeffrey. They both also got sick, but they also both survived. It's only been about 1 year in this very small town, and 6 babies have either died or gotten seriously sick while all being babysat by the same teenage girl, and no one is suspicious at all. Christine moves to a new town, and she takes a job as a nursing assistant for the elderly. Her first day on the job, she was assigned to 77-year-old William Swindle, and that same day, William was found dead on his kitchen floor. His cause of death was determined to be a heart attack, without an autopsy or an investigation being done. Later that same month, Christina was out spending some time with her half-sister. They're running errands together when Christine's sister asks if Christine will stay in the car with her baby while she just runs into the grocery store for a few minutes. Christine was alone in that car with her 8-month-old niece, Jessica Daniels, for only a few minutes. By the time her sister came back to the car, her baby Jessica was dead. Once again, assumptions were made about Jessica's death, that it was natural causes, passes without an autopsy, without an investigation. A year later, Christine is babysitting again. She's babysitting the 10-week-old little baby boy named Travis Coleman. While she's babysitting him, he gets very sick. He almost stops breathing. He's rushed to the hospital, but he luckily survived. A week later, he is discharged from the hospital, and shortly later, his parents hire Christine to babysit him again, but this time he did not survive. This time, an autopsy was done, and there were signs that Travis had been suffocated, but still, no one is suspicious of Christine. And around this time, Christine is definitely getting a reputation for being like a babysitter of death because all these babies are dying while she's taking care of them, but not in like a suspicious way. People felt bad for Christine that all these babies were dying in front of her. A local newspaper actually did an article on Christine and the 5 babies that died in her care. And allegedly, it was that article that finally got the police to actually go and question Christine. And pretty much right away, Christine confessed to killing 3 of the 5 babies, and she said that she suffocated them because she was hearing voices tell her, "Kill the baby." Christine pled guilty to killing Cassidy, which was her first victim, her niece Jessica, and Travis, her last victim. And afterwards, she also confessed to killing the cousins Jeffrey and Joseph, as well as 77-year-old William Swindle. She also confessed to the attempted murder of those 3 more babies, which means that she killed 6 people, 5 of which were babies, and she attempted to kill 3 more. And people were shocked in the community. Remember, people saw Christine as harmless, very, very innocent. She was, she had the mind of a child. That's what people said about Christine. So people were absolutely shocked that she could kill 6 people, and like very innocent people, the elderly, the babies. So when they asked Christine why, Christine said, quote, "I don't know why I done what I done. The way I done it, I seen it done on TV shows. I had my own way though, simple and easy. No one could hear them scream." Terrifying. Later, Christine said that she killed for no reason other than she just wanted to. She was angry and she wanted to take her anger out on these babies and the elderly because they were weaker than her. Christine Fallon was given 3 life sentences. She's still in prison to this day. She was up for parole twice and she was denied both times in 2017 and in 2024. This case is just so sad and so tragic on so many levels. Christine herself was a victim. She was a victim over and over again. Her entire childhood, she was abused and victimized. But then Christine became the abuser. Christine became the killer. I am so interested to hear your thoughts on this case. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I feel like I don't even know where the comment section is going to go on this one. While you're in the comments, please remember to always be respectful because 6 innocent people lost their lives in this case. That's not funny. That's not a joke. So let's always please be respectful in the comment section. And while you're there, please let me know what case you want to see me cover next. Thank you to everyone that suggested that we cover today's case. And I will see you guys all next time in my next video. Please be a good person to your fellow person.